Hi, good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Peluso. Welcome to the first little part of your video series here. So I wanted to get out here on your home site and kind of show you some of the stuff that I'm looking at this point in time. Obviously what we have done, kind of where we're looking at going within the next week or so. So obviously, as you guys can see, we have your underground plumbing installed. So we talked about our PCS standards, poultry construction standards, and we talked about the pink dot process. So you see all those little pink dots on the plumbing sleeves there. So essentially what I'm looking for and what my inspection is at this point in time. So the first thing I'm checking right here is that main sleeve right there. That's about a 10-foot stack right there. That's probably going to end up running up to the second floor as we get further along in construction. Once you see framing and stuff go up and they're able to actually tie that framing in, that's going to be one of the main plumbing sleeves that actually runs to the second floor. But right now that stack is filled with water. So one of the ways that we test your underground plumbing is we fill that stack with water. So that means all of your plumbing lines here are essentially filled with water. And what we're trying to check for is just to make sure that we don't have any sort of leaks in the plumbing at this point in time. So that water level should be maintained at the top of that stack for about a 24-hour period. And that's one way that we're actually able to check your underground plumbing. We're going to test that again a little bit further on in construction as we get closer to rough ends. But that's one of the things that I'm looking for. Another thing I'm looking for is this material that you guys see right down here on the bottom of the sleeves there. We call that decoupling material. Really all that is a material that we put around those pass-throughs just to make sure that we can allow for expansion and contraction of those plumbing sleeves as the concrete is poured around it. Just helps minimize any sort of cracking or anything that may develop from the compression of the concrete around the sleeves. So that's the whole point of that. Other than that, that's pretty much my plumbing or my underground plumbing inspection. That's the stuff that I'm looking for. So we actually have this on for inspection today from the municipality. So again, they're going to be looking for the same stuff that I am, minus the decoupling material. That doesn't really matter too much to them. Again, that's just one of our quality standards that we have. Another important part is going to be this guy right here. So this is really just a pass-through sleeve. So from the outside of the house here, you can see there's two little sleeves that you guys have located here. You've got this guy right here and then this guy right here. So this little guy right here goes all the way out here to your water meter. It's an underground line that we hook up over here to where your water meter is going to be located. So you got the other end of it right here. So when we get this water meter installed to the other end of this, this is where the main water supply is coming into the house. So this essentially runs underground to the side of your house, and that's where the main water is going to enter in the house at. So what you guys will probably see is you're going to see that water line pass right through here, terminates out here, and it's going to just stick out of the ground right here. So when we get to plumbing trim, which is way further along in construction, they're just going to take that little line, the water line that comes out from the house right here, and ties in with that guy right there. So it all gets tied in under the ground. It's always good to get out here and kind of see that stuff as we're building it, so you understand how it works. But as far as the stage that we're in, we're obviously still in phase 2 of construction here. This is all of our underground plumbing. This is all of our slab prep. So if we pass underground plumbing today, that's going to give us the green light to go ahead and go into slab prep. So the material that you guys see sitting back here, that's all the material that we're going to be installing on this home site out here. So show you what we got going on back here. We've got the welded wire mesh right here. So this is actually going to sit on top of the slab. This is how we get the tensile strength. This is one of the ways that we get the tensile strength inside of your slab there. It actually holds that concrete together. We don't use any fibrous cement, so there's no fiber that's actually installed in the concrete or anything like that. We do it this way. If you guys have any questions about the type of concrete we're using, the PSI rating of the concrete, feel free to ask and I can get you that information. We also got the rebar on site. This is something that goes in all of the footers that are going to be dug in around the house, again, adding to the overall strength of your foundation. We want to make sure that that foundation supports the walls, and that's another way that we're able to accomplish that. So as soon as we pass this underground plumbing inspection, hopefully today, like I said, we're going to be moving into slab prep. takes them about 1 day to get your slab prep done, so hopefully tomorrow they can get that stuff done, and we will be on for concrete Monday. So that's what we are looking at. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns about anything that I've talked about, feel free to reach out to me and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Other than that, I will see you guys on the next update.